Alrighty, I've decided to record instead of stream the week 6 metagame roles and results. And so we're going to do that right now. You're hearing some music in the background, and that's going to happen. I rolled initiative earlier, and I rolled a 3 on a d20. That means we're going to start with GoCom Networks. There were no actions submitted. They are pooling 56 action points to the next week. And here are the 2 D percentile rolls for sleeper cell attacks. 62. Whoop. Rolling in the bed. It's not a good thing. 10. That's a successful attack. Three and 8. Oh, I should actually, before I take that 3 and 5 being roll D percentile to see if it attacks the subsidiary or the corporation. 53, it attacks the corporation, see? And that means 3 and 5 is a successful attack, and that means that it's going to take 1d4 and 1d4. 1d4 to the action point pool, 4, and 1d4 to the employment, 2. Okay. So one of those 2 sleeper cell attacks go off. A limited number of those this week. And that ends it for GoCom Networks. That means that they're going to lose 4 AP. That knocks them down to 52. And they have -2 employment. Let me see. Currently they're at 15, so -2 means it's going to put them to 13. That might affect their action points per week. They are currently the highest valued corporation, however, and have been in first place for several weeks. Okay. That wraps up GoCom Networks, pooling 52 action points to the next week. Nago Hokame. First off, we're going to do a secret roll with a +2 bonus. 4, 4, and 2. That's a 10 result. Above expectations. So that and an additional 10. So at a level 3. -10 +2 with an additional 1d10. So 3d10 +2. 5, 9, and 0, which is 10. Plus 2. And percentile chance of recouping some AP, which is 85. Well, so, no, that's right. That's right. 50, 85. No, that's right. 68. And so that's 1d4 plus 1 action points recovered. 1 plus 1. So let me count up this. 15, 17, 26 total. Along with some other things that are purchased. And then Naga Hokame is also going to do a round of employment. So 5d4. It's cost 10 action points for them to perform that this week. 3, 4, 3. One and 2. So 3, 7, 10, 11, 12. Wait, 3, 7, 10, 11, 13. 13 employment. With 2 action points recovered, along with the 26. Above expectations, we're good to go. And then we also have, see, I'll lose the D4s the fastest. For whatever reason, they become invisible to me. And then we're going to roll the percentile for sleeper cell agent attacks. 79. $53. So no sleeper cell attacks. And that wraps it up for Naga Hokame. Novatech also submitted no actions and is going to have 44 action points pooled to the next week. Here's the D percentile chances for sleeper cell. 43. 47. So neither of those are attacks. They pool 44 action points to the next week. And Quasar Industries. A whole bunch of purchases. 16 action points. And we're going to do 2 things here with the +2 bonus. That costs 18 action points. They're going to do a round of employment, and they're going to pool 2 action points to the next week. So let's start with the 2d6 +2 rolls. 6 and 2. +2 result. That's a 10 total. That's above expectations. 4 and 5. +2. That's an 11. That's above expectations. Great. So standard plus 1d10. And there is an 85% chance that they can recover some action points for both of those. So, let's do the chance of recoup first. 15 actually is exactly low enough. Okay, so 15 doesn't recoup any action points. 39 does. And that's going to be 1d4. 4. Alright. So, standard results. And both of them get an additional d10. Okay. So let's do 46 plus 4. Whoop. Okay, so 5, 2, 2, 1. 46 plus 4, and then also an additional d10. 4 and 4. So 5, 7, 9, 10, 14, 18. That's easy, I don't even have to. So 18 for the level 5, and 2d10 plus 2 plus an additional d10. So 6, 6, and 6 plus 2. Yeah, that's 3d10 plus 2. Okay. So 18 and 2, that's 20. That's an easy one, too. So that's 20 to the level 3. Those other things are done. Plus employment. 5d4 for employment for Quasar Industries. 441. 4 and 3. That was a strong employment. 444 is 12. Another 4 is 16. All right. So that's an additional 16 employment for Quasar Industries. 2 action points that are pooled. Let's make sure that I roll the D percentile for attacks, which only 1 has occurred so far. 41. 42. Neither of those go off. Alright, so that's it for Quasar Industries. Jinty Holdings, no action submitted, pooling 59 action points to the next week. Let's roll 2 D percentiles. For Sleeper Cell Agent attacks, 98. That's a solid success against them. 57. Okay. No Sleeper Cell attacks. And last up, Arcanext. Arcanext Inc. We are... Oh, and I didn't write... okay. Alright, so here's the thing. I didn't confirm whether or not we were going to do employment, but he did ask me to spend the action points to do so. And then we've got 2 PR campaigns, and I'm just going to say what they are and read them off in terms of what is written, but I'm going to let Rusty get back to me on this one, on the Simon Corrupt. In any case, I can roll the results for those PR campaigns. And we can do that tonight. And I will roll an employment 1d4, and that costs 2 action points. So, let's start with the employment. So, employment, d4, 4. All right, so this is that rare result that I was worried about. Okay, so he has 38 employment currently, and an additional 4 is going to pop him up to 42. If the cap was not in place, it would become a plus 11 to his weekly action points. But the cap is in place, it's at maximum of plus 10. So at this point, I have to tell him that there is no more employment, and for his corporation, and that cap is going to be in place until the Akaton Stock Exchange is reopened, if ever. And unfortunately, it's not looking good right now. So that's going to be an additional 4 employment, putting him up to 42, which would normally be a plus 11. It's going to stay at plus 10. And that's also going to cap out the employment that can be gained through hiring new staff. So, the PR campaigns, one is for the subsidiary Laura Life, which is a continuation of NERPS, which is, in the spirit of the Halloween season, the Grim NERPS. And it's definitely being shown as to what it is, and it's definitely a beverage. A sweet, tasty beverage. And they want you to buy as much as you can. Get NERPS. Also, in the spirit of the Grim NERPS season, you might get a free spooky something or other. Simon Corrupt is a computer's hardware, software, and services industry, and the PR they are putting out is your piece of body and mind, with a very gruff, hardcore, tough guy voice. So, take that as you will. Take that as you will. So, Laura Life at level 5 and Simon Corrupt at level 3. Those things aren't going to necessarily matter too much, but we're going to roll the results for both of those. The PR campaigns are going to be a 2d6 each. So here's the first one. 6 and 6. That is astounding results. Oh, hang on. I know that's astounding. Well, you know, it's above expectations or whatever, but I'm actually looking at the wrong sheet, though. So it's not good to look at the wrong sheet and tell you that that's what the results are, because that's not fair. It's definitely not fair. Alright, so, yes, amazing success. Amazing success. I did finally compile all of my notes for public relations and smear campaigns. So all of those scraps of paper were put together on one sheet of paper. And so, amazing success is plus 2d6 plus the level percent increase. So, being that Laura Life is level 5, that's 2d6 plus 5. 6, 3, and 5. That's a total of 14. So that's a 14% increase for Laura Life. And there is also a 35% chance of recoup of AP. I'm sorry. Amazing success. 65% chance. 43. So 43. And that means it's going to recoup 1d6 plus 1. Two plus 1. All right. Uh, 14%. Okay, so that's from Laura Life. And if there were stocks in place, it would also experience stock increase, but we're not there. And so we move on to Simon Corrupt, which also released its PR campaign. Excuse me, that's level 3. To roll for the campaign itself, 2d6. 6 and 3. That is moderate success. Okay, moderate success has a 35% chance of recovery. So let's roll that percentile. 0, 2. So that's no recovery. Alright. But then standard result is 1d10 plus the level percent increase. 1d10 plus 3. 8 plus 3. That's an 11% increase to Simon Corrupt. Okay. Total of 3 additional action points because of that. We've hit maximum employment. And now I need to roll percentile for sleeper cell attacks. 50. 38. So no sleeper cell attacks. Alright, only one sleeper cell attack went off. That also puts us to the end of that portion of the campaign, where sleeper cell agents are no longer in place with specific orders, so much as they are rogue agents at this point. Not necessarily very different, just that sleeper cell agent attacks are to be expected to lower significantly in the near future. I was really hoping to get the campaign started earlier tonight to hop into that and you know, put the crackdown on lawlessness in the corporate world. But that didn't happen. In any case, those are all the rolls. I've done all the rolls. Great. Oh, no, that's not true. So seeing that Arcanext put out 2 PR campaigns and equally is going to receive the same benefit from either of them, I'm going to roll a D percentile, 50-50. 51, which means that it's going to be the Laura Life. Because it's the higher level. Is going to win the PR Weekly Award and gain then a D4 3 plus 3 action points for being the weekly winner. Weekly PR winner. That's the last roll. Yes. And so, all the rest of those things are going to be merged over to the next week, and their documentation shall be provided. Those roles are brought to you by Abadar Corp Media, who also helped record this lovely Infosphere streamed live, except not live. This was pre-recorded. Alright, so I should give some lowdown for what I talked about with those who showed up today. Caspian showed up, and former player wanted to stop in and say hi. I kind of recommend not doing that if you ever want to not be on stream. But in any case, I let Caspian know that he had one of two choices, because we've got 4th level pre-gens and 7th level pre-gens. I said you can either take the 4th level pre-gen and level it up to 6th, which is what I'm letting all the other characters be, or seeing that he is a relatively new player and it's not going to make a huge difference, you could choose to play the 7th level pre-gen as this next portion of the campaign progresses. Even though the rest of the group is 6th level and going to get to 7th level by the end of it, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And so, Caspian decided to play the iconic mechanic, the Isoki Quig, and his drone Scout. Also, basically he showed up, and I had spoken with Rusty earlier. Here's the thought. I want to wrap up this campaign before the end of November. I would like to make sure that it's done and give you guys the ending that I think you deserve. And definitely this story could definitely use it. The first part of that is the Akaton police in Morrow, who had already deputized the PCs who were involved in the mission there in the first place. This was they started out as being sent there by the Starfinder Society. They were also given some secondary contacts to start getting in the corporate, not just the market, but the whole corporate interactions, intercorporate relations, I guess is the best way to say that. But in any case, given some additional information and some additional contacts, went to Akaton as part of the Starfinder Society to hunt down a fugitive of the society. And that Mega Man music is really lovely, but it is just a tad too loud for me right now. And so, wow, there's a lot of difference between that. All right, so the Akaton police at that time deputized a certain group, the people who were there and the people who were on the starship at the time. That group has grown to relatively large size, and it just makes it easier on me to say that those players, all of those individuals who had participated, are probably on the starship. Now, whether or not they participate in the adventure, in the campaign as we move forward, that's up to who shows up and who we can get to go in. The other thing is, there's going to be things that are going to happen over the course of these adventure sessions that if a person can't make it to a session, but they want to be able to put forward like that they did something, and that their character participated in some way, and it's a way that they actually will know ahead of time based on what kind of plan the party puts together, that would be okay too. Basically, I'm using the heist rules from Pathfinder to enhance the way that these next few encounters go. The first mission, an operation that is to be given to you by the Akaton police in Morrow, is basically like a sting operation. It's like an undercover. You want to catch the bad guys in action. These sleeper cell agent attacks that have happened all over the place, not just on Akaton, but all over, and have typically caused harm to individuals who participate either in the corporations or in the sort of oversight advisory, oversight committees and various other related agencies that monitor the market in general. And so the Akaton police believe that they have enough information that they can pretty much guarantee a certain sleeper cell agent sort of attack could occur, and they're hoping to use a willing volunteer to be sort of bait, somebody who is involved in the Akaton Stock Exchange intercorp relations kind of stuff, and maybe somebody who is involved in investigations and oversight and things of that nature, who is willing to put themselves on the line and be the decoy, the bait for an attack in progress, and that the Akaton police would like to have basically your team involved in capturing that group. That way, they can get some information out of them and hopefully make a significant impact in what happens. And then the final stage of that is going to be I would like to have you guys put together your own plans on how you would like to infiltrate the Vitaratech Site 3, the facility that I had you guys retreat from when you guys were considering doing a full-scale infiltration of the site. And it was a great idea. It was a really, really good plan. And you guys did a great build-up for it. I didn't want to hold you back on that because it was pretty good. But I did have to give the retreat command from the police, and luckily the PCs who were there and present agreed that they would retreat and come back later, and so now I would like to kind of conclude the campaign with that. And basically, I'm gonna be the police, and I'm gonna say, this is what we know. And I'm gonna give you guys the rundown of the facility, of what they know about it, what they think you can expect at the various portions, and then let you guys create the heist, create the infiltration. Basically, I'd like to let you guys do something like an Ocean's 11. I'd really like to let you guys create a plan that sort of expects that the party is going to get split up somehow. That everybody's going to kind of go do their own thing in some way, and that it's going to be multiple stage sort of thing. So that's what I would like to finish up this campaign with. That's what I've got planned for you guys. It means that you guys are going to need to do some planning, and you're going to tell me the best way to get this adventure done. So expect the tables to kind of be flipped on that one. And that's going to end this. I'm going to post this to YouTube real soon. And it's 11 o'clock on Sunday night. So, I'm sorry, 11 o'clock. 11:54, almost midnight on Sunday night. And so this is the end of the metagame stuff and a quick rundown of what I had planned for the campaign. I hope I can see you guys next Friday. And week 6 of the metagame is over. Week 7, here we come. See you guys later.